Welcome in, everybody. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you guys for coming in, tapping. I see those hearts are flying. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello, YouTube and Twitch. Great to see you here today. All right, you guys are in time for the Diava Smackdown. You're ready? I know you are. Here we go. Hello, Jam. Look out, MAGA. She's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got fight. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Jim of the Jew. With Magus in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a Diava, a crusader of truth." Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA men, especially MAGA, but especially MAGA men. You are the most emotional creatures on the planet. Bar none, no one is emotional as Trump voting men. Welcome in, everybody. If you voted for Donald Trump, I'm looking to have a conversation with you. So come on up and talk with me. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Bless your heart. If you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. If you don't come up, you're probably going to get muted in the comment section because cowards hide out in the comment section. We're here for conversation. So come on up and use your big girl voice or your big boy voice. And let's have a conversation with what's happening in the country. If you support it with your whole chest. Let's go. I'm going to bring up my backup account and then we'll get into it. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. There she be. Here I is. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Reb, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
You stupid liberals are all going to get deported.
Yeah, sure. Do you vote for Trump? We're all going to get deported. Do you see how smart they think they sound? So ridiculous. They make no sense. You liberals are going to get deported. I don't talk to liberals. Then get the fuck out of here, Margaret. Next time, just say you're scared. It's a lot less, it's a lot fewer words. TikTok has this great feature that if you put your thumb on the screen and go up like this, I disappear. Yeah, where am I going to be deported to? My family is descended straight from the kings of England. So if you want to send me to England, please deport my ass. Please, I'm begging you. Get me the fuck out of this hellhole. I don't want to live under a fascist dictator. No thanks. Anthony, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
43. I'm from Illinois.
Okay. What's your take?
I voted for Trump 3 times.
Congratulations. What's your take?
From a 4-time.
Sorry. Accidentally muted you. Go ahead.
To send U.S. military to a U.S. city, this is crazy. I can't support something like this. And I did. I voted for it 3 times. It's absolutely atrocious. This is a sad day in America for all of us. It's not about Democrat. This isn't about Republican.
I agree.
This is about human beings.
I agree.
They aren't in there just taking criminals away. We seen what was going on. I watched the lives myself. And we're taking kids away from families. These guys are at a Home Depot. I do business. I'm a business owner myself. And I'm a contractor. I'm at these stores. I'm from the Chicago area. Do I support open borders? Absolutely not.
And they aren't, and they haven't been. Just so you know, Anthony, I appreciate you saying that, because what you're saying, this isn't about Republican or Democrat. This is literally about the Constitution, and we have posse comitatus. You don't use the military against your own people. But we did not ever have open borders. The Democrats do not support open borders. Joe Biden didn't support open borders, and we've never had open borders because we've been under the same border policy since Ronald Reagan. It's never changed. So we've never had open borders. And so that narrative is just false.
That may be the case. That may be the case.
No, it is the case.
Yeah. I'm not arguing with you about that. The simple fact is if we had a Democratic president that may have not had the borders open, but we're allowing these people to come in legally.
How?
Hold
on, how? But hold on. I need you to you're saying things that are just simply not true, okay? Because Joe Biden tried to put a border package up in Congress 7 different times, and the Republicans refused to pass anything to do with the border. This is completely on Republicans. This is not Joe Biden opening the gate, because there is no gate. There's thousands of miles of border. So that's just simply not true. And it's that he wasn't allowing them to come in. We have an asylum process, and we have a process for them to go to. And all they have to do is be on U.S. soil, and they can claim asylum. No Democrat.
So my point is that they were here. Okay? They were here. They could have done whatever they were going to do. That's fine. The problem is you can't kick them out at this point. They already are here.
Well, and what we need to do, what we could do is make a pathway to citizenship easier so they can get legal and pay into the taxes, which they already pay into taxes, but at least they can pay in with it as a citizen. We should make the pathway to citizenship easier. Do you think the Republican Party is going to do that?
I'm sorry. Could you say it one more time? I apologize.
I said, do you believe that we should make the pathway to citizenship easier for the ones that are already here?
I do, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think the Republican
came here and they are seeking asylum, they're seeking a better life? That's what America's about.
So do you think that the Republican Party is the party that's going to do that?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't.
No.
And I'm a
because
Republican, and I'm telling you, I voted for Trump 3 times, and I don't support any of this.
But the Democrats actually were trying to make a pathway to citizenship easier. The bipartisan border bill made anyone seeking asylum have to have their claim heard within less than a year. Instead of waiting 6 or 7 years, that's the bill that Donald Trump personally said, blame it on me.
I don't want that bill passed. I'm not going to give Joe Biden a win during an election year. So he purposely didn't want that to pass. And he campaigned on just rounding up criminals, correct?
He did.
Yeah. And that's not what they're doing.
No, that's not, and that's where I fall short with it. If we were here just rounding up criminals and doing what we said that we were going to do, that would have been a different story. But this is not what we're doing.
And Democrats would be
myself from this type of thing.
Yeah, and definitely Democrats. Just so you know, Democrats also don't mind if people that are here illegally are deported. I think that's where the disconnect is, that Donald Trump tells you that Democrats are for open borders and we just want everybody to come here and all that kind of stuff. That's literally not true. Almost every single Democrat that I know, and even the Democrats, the people in Congress, they don't mind if people are deported legally. They're given their due process. If they're here illegally, they get deported. I mean, like, we're okay with that. But when you're just kidnapping people off the streets with people that are not wearing uniforms, people that have their faces covered, people that don't have any identification badges, no lanyards to say that they're law enforcement, they're just snatching people off the street. That's kidnapping. That's kidnapping people.
That's unacceptable for me. My problem is that you send in these U.S. Marines. This is a fighting, killing force. These aren't de-escalation type of people.
They're not law enforcement.
Citizens. They are American. They are Mexican people born in America. They have a right to protest. They have a right to be there.
It's the First Amendment. I mean, like, that's
exactly. So all of a sudden, it's not okay. It's not okay for these people to protest. How do they know which ones are illegal and which ones are not?
They don't. And Anthony, that's the problem. Is that they think all brown people, they're just picking up brown people. They have to racially profile them first. Yes. They do.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any of that. I agree with due process, like with what you said.
What do you think about this? Oh no, not this one. Sorry. Where is it? Is it this one? Nope, not this one. Sorry, I made several backgrounds today. Oh, this one. I find he said this today. He said that any American who dares to protest his $45 million birthday military parade on Saturday will be met with heavy force.
See, my first question is that is a terrible statement. Okay.
That's directly against the First Amendment.
A horrible statement coming from an elected president.
Correct.
Okay? Somebody that supported this person. Okay. My second thing would be is that actually a true statement?
Yes.
Then I couldn't support this.
Because the First Amendment.
Support that. So no, I have to support the Constitution.
Yeah. And I just want to remind everybody, because there's over 729 people in here. The Constitution says that abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. This is directly against. We are allowed to protest his birthday parade if we want to. We are allowed to speak out if we don't think it's right that we're wasting our taxpayer dollars on a vanity parade. These are directly against the Constitution.
He's like a little rich kid. When he doesn't get his own way, he like stomps and kicks around. Thinks he's going to get his own way. He's terrible. I'm telling you, I just voted for him and I cannot stand it.
Did you find me?
Absolutely atrocious.
Just for any chance, have you ever been to my live before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
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 I don't talk, but I feel very passionate about this because I sat there and I watched these protests for 3 days live, and I'm 100% certain that both sides lie. When I get up and I watch the headlines the next day, it's all a lie. Every bit of it.
Incorrect. I mean, I have to push back on you a little bit. Yes, I would say both sides say things that maybe, aren't exactly true, but the level that this man lies and the egregiousness of his lies and the danger of his lies, you cannot find a Democrat that's ever done anything comparable to what Donald Trump has done. Not a single one ever, ever, ever.
It's his ego. His ego.
We know that.
It's his ego.
We know that. And just Anthony, the reason why I asked you if you found me before is because I started my live May 9th of 2024 last year. I have done this every single day, 7 days a week. I've only missed 2 days in 13 months. Before the election, I was out here every single day trying to warn people that this is what he was going to do. Just so you know, this was in Project 2025 on page 555. He told us what he was going to do. I was out here warning you that he was going to make himself a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. He even said on the campaign trail, I just want to be a dictator for one day. And I also said, no dictator gives up power after one day. I was trying to educate people. He lied and said he wasn't part of 2025. I tried to bring evidence. No Republican, no MAGA would believe me. I was pounding the pavement 7 days a week trying to warn people that this was going to happen because they told us that this is what they were going to do in Project 2025. And so ever since the election, I've been now trying to hold Trump supporters accountable for what they voted for. And so I appreciate, I normally would be ripping you from one end to the other, but it takes integrity to admit when you're wrong. Okay. So I am going to give you credit for having the integrity, but what I need to know is what are you going to do now about it? Are you going to call your senators, your people in your state, other people's senators, and say, hey, I voted for this man 3 times. This is not okay. Y'all need to stop him because Congress could impeach him and hold him accountable for this atrocity, but they are refusing to do so because they have no spine. What are you going to do to right this wrong going forward?
First thing I'm gonna do is definitely not support this type of thing. The second thing is I'm gonna be very careful the way that I would vote moving forward. I definitely won't be voting per party.
Yeah.
That's what I won't be doing. I would be voting, I'm gonna vote somebody in by the integrity of their character, not by the party that they represent.
Correct. And that's the thing. And I also, I told people before the election, because some people are like, well, like the real far leftists were like, well, Kamala's not doing enough. She's not doing enough. And I'm like, listen, when you're looking for your candidate, you're not looking for a life partner. They don't have to check off every box. They just have to be moving the country in the way that you want it to go. And so Kamala was at least had policies that were going to help the American people, and she wanted to preserve democracy. Donald Trump, he campaigned that he was going to give tax breaks to the billionaires. He told you. And
his first move was to come in and put a bunch of tariffs on. Who did that hurt? That hurts the American, that hurts the working people. I'm a small business owner. That hurt me. That's what it hurts.
And just one more thing, and I appreciate the conversation, which is why I'm keeping it very respectful. They are this big, beautiful bill, so-called, which is just horrific. Do you know, and you might not know that much about it, but do you understand how egregious it is to cut Medicaid benefits, food assistance, SNAP benefits, Medicare benefits, VA benefits, just to give the billionaires and millionaires more tax breaks?
I don't know that much about it, but if what you're saying is true, it's crazy.
It is. I'm just letting you know it is. It's like the anti-Robin Hood. He's like stealing. He's stealing from the poor to give to the rich.
But yeah, it's atrocious to me. Again, I want to thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. That's just how I feel at this time.
Well, I am here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Please come back, sit in, listen. But just so you know, I started my live in order to have a place where there was factual information that can be backed up with facts, data, sources. Everything that I say, I've already heavily researched, and I can provide sources if needed. And I've challenged every Trump supporter for the past 13 months. And if they can fact check anything that I say and come back and prove me wrong, then I'll change my stance. And I've never had a single person be able to fact check me and tell me I was wrong. So come back if you want to listen, if you maybe want to learn a little bit more, if you want to get truth and not just propaganda and not conspiracy theories and not my opinion. I will tell you when it's my opinion, but if I tell you something, it means that it's a fact and I can back up that fact. So I'm just inviting you, if you're willing to listen. Thank you, Corinne. If you're willing to listen and learn, I would love to have you just come in and listen, or come back and ask questions if you ever have any other questions.
I really appreciate that, and thank you so much for your time. I'll definitely come in and sit with you another time.
Thank you, Anthony. Give me a follow and come back and come back anytime if you ever have any questions, because we are going to have to band together, red and blue, for the people that are waking up to like, what the fuck? We're going to have to band together to stop this.
That's it. We have to. And that's it. The last thing I'm going to say is it's not about Democrat or Republican. This is about humans.
It is about human beings, correct.
So, you guys have a good night.
You too, Anthony. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done. W's Anthony. I told you guys that Trump was going to he was going to go too far, and he's going to lose support. He is going to lose support. Add another one, Diava. I never give myself W's very often, but W's for me. W's for me. We don't have to forgive him, okay? But we need him to join us in this fight, okay? People are going to be waking up. He's going to keep pushing. He's going to go too far. Bringing the military against U.S. citizens is a bridge too far for a lot of people, okay? We need him. We need the numbers on our side. We need to have them join us in the fight. We can fight about Republican, Democrat shit later once we get this man impeached and removed and imprisoned. Because this is some bullshit, and you guys know it. And Trump supporters are beginning to wake up to shit. This is not what I voted for. Cash, did you vote for Trump?
It's nice to see you.
Hello? All right, I'm guessing that's maybe it's exactly what you voted for. Why don't you come up and talk about it then, June Bug, or whatever the hell your name is? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. That's okay, it happens. Thank you for tapping the screen. I'm trying to update my gift goal, but it won't let me. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. I voted for next time, David, just say you're scared. It's easier and a lot fewer letters. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a talk about what's going on here. Double K, thank you so much. I'll go back to my main screen because yes, he ordered 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles. Only 300 showed up. That means 1,700 people decided that it was a unlawful order. The military does not have to follow unlawful orders. There we go. Now I can change my goal. There we go. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. He's blaming it on Hegseth. I don't know. Hegseth will blame it on him because it says the only reason why you can use the code 10 was if it's the president can't control. Burning the American flag is protected speech under the First Amendment ruled by the Supreme Court. Sorry if you don't like the Supreme Court. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Floyd Justice, I did invite them up, so if they continue to chirp in the comment section and not come up, you guys can just mute them. Oh, thank you, Texas Two Man. I love that. I love the trash panda. It's so funny. Fang and Swerve, hang a second. Candy, did you vote for Trump?
No, ma'am. I just wanted to share something with you.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm only looking for Trump voters right now. I do bring up Fang or Val or sometimes to be a co-host, but I'm if I let everyone come up to say something that it becomes an echo chamber. I'm just looking for Trump supporters. Thank you so much. I hope you understand.
And I always test the waters and
Okay.
see if you're ready for me.
I know.
Come back around later if I can. Yeah, if it's not time yet.
Yeah.
Or even
If I can't get anybody up, like if I can't get Trump supporters to come up, then I might drop you down for a minute and see if it'll come up, and then I'll bring it back. But you know, I bring up Trump voters only until 6 p.m. Eastern, and then at 6 p.m. Eastern, anybody can request up. Jerry De La Rosa, why don't you come up? They got Obama on the brain, all of them. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. They just don't look past the headline. Obama did it too. No.
details.
Why did he separate the kids? Why? It was to keep them safe, not to rip them out of their parents' arms. People are just dumb. Ricky, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how old are you, and what state did you vote in?
27 and in Washington.
All right, what's your take?
I was just curious, why do you think the military was deployed to Los Angeles?
Because Donald Trump wants there to be civil unrest.
No, the reason why is because Newsom and the mayor ain't allowing the police to do anything.
And that's not correct.
What have the police done?
LAPD's been down there the whole time. LAPD has been down there the entire time. They were there Friday. They were there Saturday. Everything was mostly peaceful until the National Guard showed up. And they started shooting pepper balls and flashbangs at the people. And that's when they retaliated. The people were not destructive. No, you're wrong. You have to go back and check your timeline, Ricky. It was mostly peaceful. There was a few people that threw a couple rocks or something, but we have a large crowd. You're going to have one or two people that are going to act a fool. But for the most part, they were peaceful. And there's video of cops beating their own police cars. Cops on horses knocking people off walking by them. You are looking at the wrong news. You need to go look at the timeline of what really happened.
I haven't been watching the news. I've been watching the streamers on TikTok that are standing out there.
Yeah, okay. And you're getting one view from one person of where they're standing. But I've watched multiple. Yeah, I've watched multiple. Okay. And that's not what happened. They were actually singing and dancing on Saturday. Okay. They were out there beating drums. They were singing. They were laughing. They were having a good time while they were marching. That's hardly being violent.
What about all the cars that were caught on fire every block?
Yes. That was 5 cars strategically placed in a line somehow. And that was after. We're talking about 5 cars. Who gives a shit about cars? We're talking about human beings that are getting beaten and shot with rubber bullets. They're shooting press. They're shooting members of the press with rubber bullets, and they're gassing people.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. I'm sorry. Well, who are you? Are you against the First Amendment?
No, but that's what happens when you're out destroying cars.
No.
Coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah, go ahead, Fang, because this clown has no idea.
Yeah, I know that you're not a religious person, Diava, and I am what is called a reformed religious person. I have certain beliefs that we don't have to get into the details, but I have a certain amount of belief in a higher calling, higher energy, whatever you want to say. So, Ricky, can you tell me, sir, what does it feel like when you talk about human beings who are being harmed, and the only excuse that you have is they should listen.
Yeah, they should listen. That's their problem. If they want to be out there, then they're going to get harmed. They don't have to be out there.
No, I really appreciate it, Ricky. So, Ricky, what is the First Amendment?
That's exactly what.
I don't know. Thank you, Ricky. What's the Second Amendment?
Don't know. I don't pay attention. So
Don't know. I appreciate it. Any of the amendments? Do you know any of them?
no.
Don't know one.
Do you want me to read them to you?
What you've explained to us, Ricky, and I appreciate that you have, is that you have no idea what your human rights are and how they're protected in this country. So we don't really need your opinion, Ricky, because your opinion doesn't matter. You are living off of the kindness of others. Everyone in this country who has enough sense to read enough to understand what their rights are in this country are going to exercise our rights and make sure that they're protected. Whether you are an immigrant or whether you are a citizen, there are certain inalienable rights that we exercise. You can take advantage of them as well, but because you don't know them, this discussion is irrelevant. Because you don't know that I can go out in the street and I can yell and I can make a fuss. And there are certain things that police officers aren't allowed to do to me. And me not listening isn't one of those things.
Correct.
That's the thing that gives them the ability. Is not one of those things that give them the ability to harm me. Now, I can be arrested for disturbing the peace, but I'm still not supposed to be beaten. I'm still not supposed to have a horse trample me in the meantime. I'm still not supposed to have those things happen. If I burn a vehicle, I go to jail for arson.
Correct.
You are still not supposed to beat me. So, Ricky, make sure that when you have these discussions, be more forthright in what you understand about reality.
I understand.
Ricky, reality is you don't care. And I understand that you don't care. But say, I don't care that the Constitution is being broken, okay? So tell people that when they're speaking about the Constitution and why we believe in it. But you're okay, Ricky. And once you get in jail, once someone comes against you, Ricky, for the things that you do, please don't call for a lawyer. Don't call for anybody to assist you because you should have listened.
I
told you that your rights don't matter to you.
He just got out of jail, he said.
And I think you should go back, Ricky, because you haven't learned anything.
No, I learned plenty.
Ricky.
And you don't know why I went to jail for. I don't.
What did you do, Ricky? What is it that you did to get put in jail?
Had a disagreement with someone.
And what did you do to them?
Nothing.
Oh, so
Yeah, you went to jail for nothing. Sure thing.
Yeah, they came and got you for an argument, Ricky?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much? So you were threatening them. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So what was the charge, Ricky?
Let me think. Unlawful imprisonment. That's what it was, yeah.
So you told that person they could not leave.
They couldn't leave.
No.
You blocked the door for them to leave.
No. It has nothing to do with this, but...
Okay. So you're telling me, Ricky, that you don't even know why you went to jail, correct?
No, I do. It just
Kidnapping.
Relevant with all this.
Well, if you gave up the evidence, sir. I didn't even ask you about whether you went to jail. I said if that happens. I didn't say, what you went to jail for. I wasn't asking if you've been to jail. I was saying if that happens, don't ask for anybody to care. Because even if you didn't do it, Ricky, you don't know anything about your constitutional rights. So I'm glad that somehow you got into a situation where you needed your rights to be exercised.
He did get a due process, though.
He did get due process, but Ricky might not have done one darn thing. But guess what, Ricky? I don't care. Because you're an American citizen, and you should know all of the ins and outs of the system so that you could have exercised your rights correctly. And so, hey, I got my rights. Why do I care about yours, Ricky?
All of my charges got dropped. I was found innocent, and I did not have a lawyer.
So you were your own lawyer, Ricky?
Yeah, I didn't want one. I didn't have money, so I took a...
Did the cops beat you up?
They just handcuffed me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do to the people that are protesting if they do something out of pocket. All you do is put handcuffs on them and take them to jail. You don't beat them, you don't pepper spray them, you don't tear gas them, you don't shoot them with rubber bullets. You also don't trample over with a horse or with your car. So
if people are out attacking you, what are you gonna do?
Arrest them.
How are you gonna do it when there's fucking 20 million people?
20 million?
it was about 100 people there, dude.
About 10, 15,000.
There wasn't that many people there.
Yes.
You really, how did you get that estimate, Ricky?
Look at it.
I did look at it, Ricky. It looks like about a couple hundred people.
Do you understand this was like 2 blocks of Los Angeles, which is over 4,000 square miles? It was like 2 blocks. Do you understand how big California? I don't think you do. And I have a map here. No, hold on. Hold. Yeah, sure. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is all of Los Angeles County right here, right? All this space, all of it. That red dot was about 2 to 3 square blocks that was affected. Number 1, LA is not burning down. Number 2, it was contained to a couple of blocks. There was a few hundred people. Okay. This is not a major thing where any type of National Guard or fucking Marines were required. There's 17,000 LAPD officers. They can handle it.
No, they can't. They can. You're right. They can.
Yes, they can.
If
Good
their
job,
government
I'm proud of you, Ricky. I'm
if
proud of you.
Newsom allows it.
His name is not Newsom. His name is Newsom, and he's not allowing it. The police are there doing their job.
They're not doing their job.
They are doing their job.
Using that tear gas or they should use real bullets, but
Ricky, stop.
Ew.
Ricky, that's gross.
That's just sick.
Ricky, why would you use real pew-pews against someone who is using something, say like a rock? You take them down with non-lethal force, buddy. Come on now. Try it.
He's inhumane. He's a piece of shit. I don't even want you on my panel anymore.
He really is.
Honestly, when you say, why aren't you really using real bullets? You would literally are just absolute filth. And you belong back in jail, just like Fang said.
That's sad.
That is disgusting. Jesus Christ.
What you do for me, though, sir, is you remind me that the humanity in me could never be crushed. Sometimes I feel disconnected from the world because, you get into a routine of life and you feel like it's all for nothing. You really do get kind of disconcerted, and when I speak to folks like you, Ricky, I realize I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm as kind as I can be to people that I interact with on any level when it comes to this app.
Damn.
When it comes to the world, I try and contribute where I can and hope that my small drop in the damn ocean of life means something. And that's quite enough when I listen to someone like you, sir. When humanity is on the line, you say, take them out. Doesn't matter.
Jesus
if
Christ.
The person on the other side isn't being met with that same lethal force. And so my analytical mind can say, hey, always have the plan in mind to preserve life. So that at the end of the day, I'm alive, you're alive. If you threaten my life, that's different. But no one's life has been threatened. It really just has not. There are 2 ICE agents that have even been injured in this entire thing.
And no one has unalived, just so you know. Trump was on TV today saying a bunch of people have died. More people are going to die. He's lying. He's straight up lying because no one has unalived. No one.
It's a complete lie. And so if that's the case, you're making things up out of whole cloth. And so when we look at the world that we live in, has the police come to them and has decided that they need to intervene, why wouldn't they have?
Why didn't they take Ricky out?
Yeah, why didn't they take him out or even roughed you up a little bit? Because you shouldn't be breaking the rules. Now, you might know you didn't do something, Ricky, but they don't know that. But you're being accused of it. Maybe they think, here comes another domestic violence. What did he say he did? He was holding someone
Against their will. Yeah, he was that's either kidnapping or he wouldn't let a woman leave the house.
That's a hostage situation.
Yeah.
They should have come in guns blazing with you, buddy. I don't know why you weren't roughed up a little bit so that you learn not to put yourself in that situation again. Because you made her feel like she was not able to leave, didn't you? But that doesn't matter, Ricky. That doesn't matter to you.
Yeah, unlawful confinement. Yeah, unlawful confinement.
Yep. Yeah. So, buddy, I always, there are times when I'm going to be just pissed off. But today, I thank you, Ricky. You made me understand that there are worse things to be than me.
Right? 100%. Man, I'm a good ass person. Yeah, we have a flash goal. I need 7 more people to send 1 rose. It only costs you 1 cent. It's for the little flash goal. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you guys want to help support my live, I am here every single day, 7 days a week from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. My Cash App and Venmo are both spelled the same way, Diavatalks. Contrary to what Trump supporters say, I don't get paid by George Soros. I don't get paid by the DNC. I'm completely crowdfunded. So if you want to help support my life, I'd appreciate it. Also have my subscriptions on. It costs less than a cup of coffee to support me for a whole month. I appreciate that way too. But I appreciate you guys being here, tapping the screen. We're almost at 200,000 likes. If you vote, there we go. We knocked out that goal. Thank you so much. You guys rock. I love you guys. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. Gregory, I think, does Gregory want to come up? Come on up, Gregory. Come on up, Gregory. No? I figured, coward. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. The right has been pushed for over 12 years. It's your time to shine. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, you're shining bright like a turd. Hey, Chris. Why would you waste time on a pack of nobodies? Next time, just type, ooh, you're a veteran too. Ooh, you're a traitor. Ooh, you're a traitor to your oath. Ew. Ooh. You are a traitor. Oath breaker. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm toxic entertainment. No, I'm here holding people accountable for what they voted for. And you're a coward, Gregory. And you're an oath breaker. And you're a traitor to your country. You made an oath to the Constitution, not a man.
Ooh, somebody put something that really inspired this thought in me. They said, let me make sure I kind of put it the way. Basically, they were talking about the lawful order. And so, a lawful order.
Oh, Mr. Logic said he's been explained it like 10 times already.
Yeah, but what I keep in mind today, that when they announced it, I didn't really think about, and people talk about it, but I want to keep telling people, how many of the National Guard showed up?
300 out of 2,000.
Out of 2,000, and that's because 1,700 of those people said, nah, I didn't sign up for that.
That's right.
I didn't sign up for that. And some of those were called up to go and respond to the wildfires. And they showed up, didn't they?
They did.
They showed up to assist. Because that's part of what they're there for.
That's lawful.
That's lawful. And they know that they don't want to look their family in the eye and say, I participated, even if they don't put hands on somebody, that I participated in inciting this type of violence against the United States citizens. Yet again, I'm surprised by the humanity of some people that I kind of have discounted. That we had that many people that would stand up, and they did it. So I'm proud of you, 1,700. You're 300. Maybe you need to grow a little, and I won't
check yourself.
Discard you as non-human beings, but I will say that you made the wrong decision.
You're an oath breaker. Thank you guys for all the stars. I love them. They remind me of reading Rainbow. W to the 1,700 that didn't show up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They would not be imprisoned. No, Danny. No, they do not have to follow unlawful orders. Turning military against a United States citizen is against posse comitatus. That was an unlawful order.
Woohoo, thank you.
Those are so cute.
Makes me think of One to Grow On, when we used to have the Saturday morning cartoons and do that gleaming star across the sky. That was so cool.
Yeah, Anna, thank you for the $10. Thank you. You rock. Thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I'm looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only. So if you voted for Donald Trump, come on up. Posse comitatus is what it's called. The star reminds me of reading Rainbow. Oh, I love that one too. Oh, I love the little astronaut. It's so cute.
That was awesome, buddy. Thank you.
Danny, if you want to come up here, I'll bring up Mr. Logic, who is a veteran, who can verify what I said. So, Danny, if you have the testicular fortitude to come up here, I'll bring up Mr. Logic, since you said I know nothing about military. Come on, Danny. Come on up. I'll bring up Mr. Logic, and he'll school you.
And Danny, I've had coffee, so for the time being, I will speak to you just like this.
I thought you wouldn't come up because I didn't know about military. I'll bring somebody up here who's a veteran. Yeah, Danny's not coming. That wasn't the reason he didn't come up. It's because I don't know anything about it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you guys for all the stars. Yep, Danny's scared as usual. They're all barking, no bite. They're all tacos like Trump. Trumpers always chicken out. Birds of a feather. Trumpers always chicken out, and Trumpers always crash out. Literally.
Did you hear Donald Trump threatening us on Saturday? No, I did not.
I do. I have it as my background. One moment. He said that if any American who dares to protest his $45 million birthday parade on Saturday will be met with very heavy force. Rick C., thank you for the $2 Cash App for a $2 challenge. Okay, Rick is challenging everybody watching right now to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo if you're able to help support my live. Thank you. Thanks, Rick.
I hope no one shows up to protest. I hope that it's almost a wash of an outing that he has to reinvent the amount of people that showed up for it. That's what I hope.
Thank you, Rick.
The small portion of his base that are going to spend tons of money and tons of time getting to this event looks sparse. That's what I hope.
I hope that 2 million. I wish that I wish at least 1 million veterans would show up on that day to protest him. You have an American president threatening against free speech, the right to assemble, all against the First Amendment.
Go there and turn their backs and let's see what he goes by.
Let him start shooting at veterans. See how well that goes.
Silver Fairy says 65% chance of rain on Saturday. Damn right.
Okay, Nevaeh, yes, we know that January 6th was a riot at the Capitol, but if you could just stop spamming that comment, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. If 1 million veterans showed up on Saturday to protest him, I'd love to see it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Let's go. Yeah, they say January 6th was peaceful, but LA is a riot. You people are so backward, it's ridiculous. Reagan, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. I'm so sick of this orange in the White House, right? Richard, Richard, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Gregory, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Thank you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Can you defend this bullshit here? Don't think so, but you could give it a go. But this is actually this is how the National Guard had to sleep. They didn't pay for lodging or expenses or anything from the National Guard, and this is how they slept. Department of Defense really cares about them about the military, huh? But he loves them. Yes, he loves the military. Oh my God.
Fatigues, you know what that looks like, right?
Huh?
Without the fatigues, you know what that looks like, right?
Yeah, but they also didn't send food.
It looks like El Salvador. It looks
right.
Like prison.
Yeah, it looks like CCOT.
They just threw them into a freaking holding area. Nothing for them to sleep on.
Well, ICE is sleeping at the Marriott, yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Candace, thank you for the $2 for the $2 to make you holla. Thank you. Deborah, thank you for the $3 for a new challenge. So Deborah's up in the ante to $3. So if you want to do the $3 challenge, go ahead and send to my Cash App or Venmo. Thank you. Diavatalks, just like my name. Electric Ashar, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Thank you so much. I'm going to have this background, see which one was this one. Oh, I agree with Trump on this one. Arrest the people in the face mask now. I concur, Trump. T-Rump. T-Rump. I'm all about it. Let's go. I'm with you. I'm with you, T-Rump. Oh, yeah. The Trump administration has a zero tolerance policy for KKK. This is what KKK Carolyn said. The Trump administration has a zero tolerance policy for criminal behavior and violence, especially when that violence is aimed at law enforcement officers trying to do their jobs. Okay, Carolyn. Okay, Carolyn. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They didn't give a fuck about the officers on January 6th. There's a very special corner of heaven reserved for this bitch. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. They let him in the building. They are still doing this shit 4 years later, Fang. The officers let him in.
Yes, they did let them in after they crushed them.
Exactly. It's called mob control. Tactical retreat. They have to because they're overtaken. But we don't care about facts or anything like that.
And one of the things that I learned about crowd control,
they were way outnumbered.
it's corralling people. So when you do your best to treat yourself as a shepherd and them as sheep, then you try and maneuver them away from the area that you want them to go to.
And that's exactly what that one officer did to keep them from going toward the doors of Congress. He was like shepherding them this way, away from the doors.
Right. So if he always had eye contact on where they were, he knew where they weren't, and he could let them know that they were following him down this area and how far away they were. So they knew the situation and how long they had to get people out. Interesting how that works.
De-escalation, which is not what the Marines are trained to do. Marines are a mission-based force.
Surgical strikes.
Did you? Trump mobilizes another 2,000 National Guard troops. Let's see how many of those show up.
Right.
Marines are what happens when de-escalation fails. Exactly, right? Yeah, he wants the violence, 100%. MAGA America just sent me a $1 Cash App. Money for you to take a bath with a toaster. I still got your money, bitch. You can insult me all you want. All you want. I still got your money. But they're the moral majority though, right? They're the Christians, the moral majority. You must be so fun at parties.
Onward, Christian
soldiers marching as to war with the cross of Jesus. I was raised evangelical. I know them all. I know them all. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to go to heaven if them fuckers are going to be there. Gen X leftist, can you come on up for a minute? Will you do a commercial while I run to the restroom real quick?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hello, all you wonderful, beautiful patriots, people that actually follow the Constitution. I love you for what you do, but not MAGA. Fuck y'all. So anyways, what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and hit that screen as many times as possible. Go ahead and hit it right on top of those soldiers. Tap, 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 tap. And also make sure to hit that little golden heart next to Diava's name. It's the little heart me's, and it gets us on the FYP and the algorithm, which we're doing really good today. We just started getting any of the cowards up to actually nut up and get up here. And also, Diava has her subscription goal. And let's see here, she is at 389 to 450. So please sub and you get access to all of her little stickers. And she has her gifting goal, which is 20 of the 50. Wow, my cats are fighting each other. That's great. Make sure to hit the gifting goal. She has 20 of the 50 reading rainbow stars. We love those. Also, she has her gift shop, Stop Cats. She has her gift shop in her bio, and she also has all of her pay links in her bio, so make sure to donate to her as she is crowdfunded, and we appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for writing Diava Airlines.
cat's got a cat.
They're just moody today. They can feel it in the air. The cats are fighting just like Trump and Elon. I saw that. Fang, how you doing, man?
I'm doing better than I deserve, sir. Doing okay.
I'm back.
Good. Welcome back, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I had to go take a quick bath with my toaster.
Oh, it is those kinds of days.
Oh my word.
Legend said in Dark Knight, woman of my word, go take a freaking bath with that toaster because a man sent you some cash.
He sent me a whole $1. His username was MAGA America. They make it their whole personality. It's so weird. Like, can you imagine if I made my cash out like Biden America? Like stupid shit. So dumb. Like they're so dumb.
Does that not make them realize that they're in a cult? Like, hello, you are in. Full blown in it.
Oh my God. Like Biden's daddy. Like, can you imagine? I literally almost choked on my words saying it. Biden's daddy. Like, what the fuck? They go from don't tread on me to tread on us and LA daddy. It's just so weird.
I don't even think I could have called Kamala mommy. No,
Right?
Can't do it.
I think I called my dad daddy when I was like 5. I haven't called my dad daddy in years. It's just dad. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
so
was-
weird.
It was cute to hear that her stepkids call her mama, but I wouldn't call her mama.
That was the cutest thing ever. I thought that was the cutest thing ever because if you can win, if a step parent can win the love of the children to where they give you a special name, because they had a mom, so they didn't want to call her mom, so they call her Mamala. I mean, I just thought that was so sweet. And that means that she was a good stepmom. Like, those kids loved her. That's a hard role to step into for anybody. So, anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Stop. Don't be scared. There's over 735 people in here. I know there's Trump voters in here.
Yeah, I fought hard. I know it's off subject, and we're not talking about politics, but I fought hard to be called stepdad.
Right?
Not just my first name. When I'm introduced, it wasn't just my first name. That's my stepdad. It's like, you're gonna get me all worked up, kid. I'm getting ready to cry.
Exactly. Any step parent who steps in and wins the favor and love of the children to where they don't just call them by their first name, that's a good person who's really worked hard to earn that trust and love. So, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. We're looking for Trump voters. Come on up.
So I know you've been live, but I was watching the Hegseth and Donald Trump speeches that they were having with the military, and that was giving all the Yahtzee vibes, like that.
Oh yeah, I know. I think my theory about Friday is still correct. I mean Saturday, because he put out this. He said this today, that if anybody protests on during his birthday parade, that there will be heavy. They will be met with very heavy force. That's fascism. That's going against the First Amendment. That is telling them that people cannot come up, cannot say anything against him during this parade. Get the fuck out of here.
The second that he started defying Supreme Court orders, that was the moment that we were in fascism. That's the moment that we were in a dictatorship. But if for anybody that doubted it before and turning the military on our own citizens, there should be no question. We're here. It's here.
Yep. If you guys were waiting for like an announcement, like, ta-da! Fascism is here, folks. Get ready. It's here. I really wish 1 million veterans would show up in Washington, D.C. that day and protest his stupid vanity parade.
I want veterans down in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, everywhere that there's an ICE raid going on, that's where I want veterans. Any place that's protesting what's going on right now, I want veterans out in force. And the thing about
if
LA
they can
that's going on
mentally,
there is
yeah.
that
If they can mentally,
yeah,
not
of
a
course.
yeah.
I don't want to force anybody to do something they can't.
I know Trump in 2020. We can't call in the National Guard unless we are requested by the governor. Isn't that what he said about January 6th? We can't call the National Guard in without the consent of the governor. Mm-hmm. And what about the Second Amendment? This goes against the Second Amendment too. You know that, right? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. They're going against states' rights as well. This is state rights. This is their militia, which is the National Guard.
Yep. And in order to enact the Insurrection Act, he has to put it through Congress, and then I believe he has to get approval from the governor as well.
Yes. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's go. And Posse Comitatus is not to be used against U.S. citizens. Dawn, thank you for the $1 Cash App. Need to pull a South Korea on him. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, now's the time. Like,
yep.
Right now.
Who's going to do it?
Has to be the citizens. Like every citizen that is able-bodied to get out there. Oh, we lost Fang.
We lost Fang.
Oh, he was getting bars though.
Yeah, he might have lost his internet.
But every able-bodied citizen that's able to do it, like now's the time, because the things that are going on in LA, they're going on around the country. El Paso, Texas right now has cops standing with their citizens.
Maui Wise, you are in the guest request. Do you want to come up, or you was that a tapping arrow? Because you usually don't come up. Let me know. The National Guard should be standing against the people. The National Guard should be guarding the protesters, not the fucking police.
Absolutely. And the thing is that this is all revolving around protecting ICE, right? Screw that. Unmask those people. Go and do the inspection on that facility. We need to know what's going on. We already know that they're not getting food and water, right? So what are we really protecting here? We're protecting fascism. We're protecting the secrets that the government doesn't want us to know.
Correct. They shouldn't be allowed to have their faces covered. If they're actual government, federal employees, we have a right to know.
Yeah, and on top of it, and I saw this in the comments, Trump sent them out there without the supplies that the National Guard needs to actually live.
Mm-hmm.
Food, water, shelter. And on top of that, there's a bunch of vendors and local business owners that are just helping citizens out, giving them food, giving them water, giving them the ability to get out of the sun, pouring milk on their face when they get tear gas, like all the things. Like, this is a community that has 100% come together and rallied behind a cause that this government has created.
I mean, you can buy ICE vests off of Amazon. You can buy deportation officer vests off Amazon. And that's why in New York, person went up to a 51-year-old Hispanic woman and took her off and raped her. And he wasn't part of ICE. This is dangerous for women too. Because they could just snatch anybody off the street and nobody knows anything. Yep, in Brooklyn. It's sick. Dangerous for kids too. Yes. Did you know that they're going after foster kids that were, a lot of them were human trafficked? So they put them with foster homes. And they are going around to the foster homes and taking these kids out of these foster homes and putting them back in detention camps.
I did not know that.
Yes. It's disgusting.
There's going to be, when we get out of this, and we will, people, I promise you that we are going to get out of this. It may not be today or tomorrow, but we're going to get out of it. There's going to be so many laws broken and people to answer for so many wrong things that they've done.
Nuremberg style trials.
And that's the other thing, folks. Even if our lives do go back to normal someday, don't ever forget and don't ever, back down from wanting answers and wanting results for the things that have happened so far, because this is deplorable. This is inhumane.
Yes. And they said, I was watching the news earlier, and they said that Stephen Miller directly told them, because their quota is like 3,000 a day, and they can't find 3,000 criminals a day because these people aren't the ones committing crimes. It's white people that are committing the crimes. It's not the brown people. Hold on. Kansas.
I will mention the fact they've cut 83,000 jobs.
All right, I'm pretty sure he was a friendly, but
Do you want to hit a restart?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a restart. There's no Trump supporters in here. With 732 people, there had to. I mean, I would assume there had to be. But anyway, real quick, I'll finish my thought. Steve Miller told them, forget just trying to go after the criminals. Get anybody. That's why they're just snatching them off the people. He just told them just pick up anybody who's illegal or illegal.
Yeah, that looks illegal. They don't know if
Correct.
they're actually, undocumented immigrants. They don't know their status. And the only people that they were getting that they had any kind of success with were people that were already going to their court hearings because they knew where they were.
They want body counts. They just want bodies. They don't care if they're criminals. They don't care anything. Tom, you want to come up so I don't have to do a restart? You said you support Trump. Come on up. You have 10,000 followers. My God. Justin, thank you for the $3. Donald Trump is so dumb. I wouldn't be surprised if he ordered NASA to arrest illegal aliens. Oh, that was funny.
That's great.
Tom, I invited you up. Tom Tickles. You have over 10,000 followers. I'm assuming you've probably gone live or have been on lives.
Tom.
Come on,
I
Tom.
really need you to go up here and talk to us.
That was funny, Justin. Yeah, I know the TikTok guy. I felt so bad for him. Kabi Lame. He's like he has the most followers, I think, on TikTok and he's been on here for the longest. You guys all know his face, you just don't know his name. But he's the black guy that would always be like on reaction videos and stuff like that. Ice picked him up. Ice picked him up. He's in detention.
What?
He's from Senegal.
Oh my God. Hey, Tom, down in the comments, I took away your First Amendment right, no habeas corpus, no due process. So either you get up here or you feel what it's like to be governed by a dictator.
You asked a host to put herself in their place for a reply. I don't have to. No empathy. Lisa, what does that mean? Are you talking about me? I don't know what that means, Lisa. Okay. Thank you. I was like, what? Yeah. Well, Tom said that he said, I'm a Trump supporter, so I invited him up and he doesn't want to come up. So I guess I am going to have to do a quick restart. Oh, another live. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a quick restart. I will be right back.
All right. Bye.
Hi. All right. Let me do a quick restart.
And by the way,
All right. I did it for too long. Oh my God. There we go. Oh, hey, there I am. All right. Thank you guys for coming and tapping. Let's get up on the For You page. Let's get some conversation in here. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Hi, Deladonna. Thank you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Come on in. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. Let's get back up on that For You page. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Over there on YouTube, you do guys have super chat where you can donate if you want to. I'll read your comment, and I appreciate that's one way you can support me over here. You can subscribe for free, and there's a paid subscription as well. If you want to support me over there on TikTok or on YouTube, appreciate that. Or you can send Cash App and Venmo to Diavatalks, spelled just like my name down here. If you want to help support my live, thanks. Welcome, everybody. All right, keep on hitting that screen. Let's get back up on that For You page. Let me bring up my my backup account. Does your job support this? This is my job. So yes, my job supports this. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a chit chat. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only to have a conversation with. Oh, thank you, Texas 2 Man. Thank you. Oh, I love the balloons. They're so cute. Those are so pretty. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I want to talk to you. Everybody else, just keep on tapping the screen. Let's get up to 50K as quick as we can. You're a forever Trumper. Come on, talk to me, Kat. Let's chitty chat, Kat. Lord have mercy, no standing tall. Tom Cotton's an idiot. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I guess Kat Sue is not a forever Trumper because she's too scared to come up and talk to me. She's scared. Roaches parade. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's have a conversation. Can you imagine making another person your whole identity? Weird. Cat's got her tongue. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. They can't take Obama out their mouth, can they? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Come on, Trumpers. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Billy Belt's scared too. Like Obama did more and there was no protest. Yep, because it was called due process. This is not due process. Kidnapping people off the streets and disappearing them is not due process. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. You're hoping California secedes? They have the fourth largest economy in the world. They contribute to the United States, to the red states, more than any other state. California secedes, red states fail miserably. Be careful what you wish for. If they do, I'm moving to California. If they do, I'm moving to Cali. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I don't care how much it costs. It's warm year round. I'll live on the beach. Because they don't know how anything works. They don't understand that California gives more money to red states. They're the fourth largest economy in the world, not the United States, in the world. They compete with other countries, not with states. Billy is hiding in the comment section because he's too scared to come and have a conversation with me. Come on, Billy Bell. Your name is kind of weird, but Trump supporters are weird, so that tracks. Has a nerve to threaten your funding, right? Like Gavin Newsom's like, okay, we'll take the $80 billion, $100 billion we send to the red states and put it into our own state. Okay. Okay. Don't threaten us with a good time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Boy, they do not want to talk, do they? They do not want to talk. They are so confident in the comment section, but cowards. They might have to. You're right. If there's no FEMA funding, they might have to cut off support to the other states to take care of the Billy's still not coming. Katie Bug, we can't talk about that on here. I'm in Florida. We're fucked. We're fucked. We get hit with many hurricanes every year. Because the algorithm doesn't know about that story, and it'll be, I'll get violation for election and civil integrity, whatever. Letterman is the only Democrat? What the fuck are you talking about? Silver Surfer, what are you talking about? I bet you won't come up. Vote blue for more corruption. Fetterman? Oh. Mark only has 6 followers. Nobody cares what he has to say. Yeah, they just hide behind fake profiles so they can come up and just be gross. If you voted for Trump, come on up. All right, Mark is getting muted. Vote blue for open borders. You people aren't even intelligent enough to have a conversation with. So dumb. Fetterman's not going to get. Okay, Demetria, thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. We've never had open borders since I've been born. Oh, Kitty's like, meow. Yeah, Johnny's been hit with rubber bullets a lot since he's been there in LA. He's been tear gassed, rubber bullets. He's just walking around reporting the story. They're just indiscriminately just knocking people. Notice they never do. They do never talk about the northern border. That's true. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on, let's go. They are so scared. So scared. They need to buy like shin guards and face gear. Okay, I was like, damn. MAGA like to talk a lot of game in the comment sections, but man, are they chicken shit to come up. AZ Mike, you're not wrong. It might be time to head for the northern border soon. I'll be hitting him back with some paintball. Oh my God, they are so boring. Trump supporters, where are you? I know it's too cold, but damn. When is his parade? Saturday. You moved back to America just when it was just in time for a fascist. Cool. That's right. MAGA's probably out there with the mask on, snatching people off the street, pretending like they're ICE agents. There's a lot of No Kings protests this week. So on Saturday. And just like a good old fascist, Trumpy Pants said that if any American dares to protest his $45 million birthday military parade on Saturday will be met with very heavy force. Right against the Constitution. Our right to assemble and our right, freedom of speech and the freedom of assembly. Ace job there, bud. Ace job. Way to go, fur Trump. It's my party. I'll cry if I want to. Spoken like a true talker. taco man. I wanna be a taco man. Taco man. I wanna be a taco man. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Today's Taco Tuesday, y'all. Oh my God, they are such chickens. Chicken, chicken, block, block. Chicken, chicken, block, block. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's chat about this violation of the Constitution. What say you? What is your take? What is your take on Trump saying that he's going to, any opposition to his parade on Saturday will be met with heavy force? You know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight? I'm going to have a Trump sandwich full of bologna with a little pickle. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh, on white bread, yes. On white bread. I don't like mushrooms. JT Mart, what is wrong with the parade? Why don't you come up? Let's talk about what's wrong with this picture. Sounds disgusting. I'll take two. With Russian dressing on it, yeah. And oh, what happened, JT? Where are you? Where are you, JT? Oh, these Trump supporters do not want to talk to me. They're so scared. It's kind of sad if it wasn't comical. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. All right, let's do a quick poll, y'all. Let's do a quick poll. Quick poll. In the middle of your screen near the bottom, there's going to be a sad face and a happy face. If you voted for Harris, do the happy face. If you voted for Trump, do the sad face. Go. Thank you, Electric Outshar. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. 2 Trump supporters. Where are you? Why aren't you in the guest box then? You guys lying. Why you be always lying? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Thank you, Lori. Thank you guys for all the stars. I do appreciate it. Carla, what does that mean? This isn't the Biden administration anymore. The adults are in charge. What does that mean? Come up here and talk. If you voted for Donald Trump, come talk. Come on. I can imagine this is a complete shock for people outside the country. It's a complete shock for all of us in the country. Katie Bug is a friendly. Carla, come on up, Carla. Oh, Bone, shut the fuck up. I literally almost hate you. You are so gross. And so is every take you have. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request coming up. Trump is stronger than ever. Okay, why don't you come up and talk about it? SP, whatever. Come on up. Let's chat. They are so scared. I don't understand why they're so scared. That's the problem with us Democrats. We're always cursing to get our point across. I cuss like a fucking sailor. It has nothing to do with whether I'm a Democrat. You people are so fucking dumb. Like, seriously, you're just so dumb.
Hello?
Calm, did you vote for Trump?
Fuck no.
W's. I'm only looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only. Please only request up if you voted for Donald Trump. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. 8647, hell yeah. Now. Right now. $86.47 right now. James, come on up. These people will not come talk. They are so scared. They are so confident about their man. They're like, yeah, Trump forever. Come talk to me. No. Fucking cowards, man. If you voted for Donald Trump, let's talk. Yeah, but do you have the screenshot of Taco's face when he fell up the stairs? I do. I have it right here. From yesterday. Hold on. Taco fell. Let's negotiate in peace. What the fuck does that mean? You don't negotiate with fascists. What are we negotiating? We don't negotiate people's rights. Come, if you're a Trump voter, come up and tell me what you mean. Can we? Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant. You have one follower and you have no username and you have no picture. You're either a bot that's just going to come up here and slur, crash out, whatever. I'm not interested. I'm not bringing you up. Why did your husband leave you? My husband didn't leave me. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I truly support Trump. Sure, you don't even know how to spell truly. Probably 8 cats. Nope, just one. This is your debating account with one follower. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not stupid. Hatred for Trump controls people more than love of the country. No, I hate Trump because I love the country. He's breaking the Constitution. Okay, I'm just going to block you. I know you Trump supporters don't know what no means and you don't like consent, but I said no. So now you're just going to fuck off all the way. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Travis, are you part of my Discord server? It's in the Discord server. Or just send me an email to diavatalks@gmail.com and I'll send it to you. This is my debate account with one follower. Okay. Oh, Andrew, who has your request turned off. Stop being a coward. with your military fatigue on, you little oath breaker. You good little oath breaker. Hold on. Hegstest, signal chat, I just unmuted you. I think Friendly Fire muted you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I know Johnny's live, and I know he's trapped by cops. I know all of that. I'm on my live. I can't go look. He's been out there for 3 days. I invited Rob up, but of course they're cowards, so he's probably not coming up. It's nothing new. No, not you, Maui Wise. I've seen it from like 10, 15 different people. So I just want to make sure you guys knew I knew. I wasn't saying that as a mean way. I was just like, I can't go look or anything, but I know that he's there, and I know that he got hit with rubber bullets earlier and stuff like that. Yeah, his sister too. Rob, you voted for Trump?
Absolutely.
How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
56, Florida.
So you okay with him in his statement today? Did you see it about his parade? I'll put it up on the screen if you didn't. He said that if anyone dares to protest his $45 million birthday parade on Saturday, will be met with very heavy force.
No, you actually watch CNN.
No, that's not true. No.
Just check your mouth for a minute. He sent the military and the national.
Don't come onto my live and tell me to shut my fucking mouth. Instead of telling me I'm calling me a liar or saying that that's not true, why don't you go Google it? You got Google in your fucking hand. He did say it. Now I know why you voted for him. You're just a misogynist. And if you think that a man's going to come up here and tell me to shut my mouth and it's going to go well, you got the wrong bitch. I sent you an invitation to unmute. The only reason why you're not unmuting is because you don't want to. It's okay, Davey. Why don't you go look at it? Why don't you guys ever do any research and come up here and just say I'm lying? I can't invite you I have to wait 14 more seconds. I don't say anything that I don't know is factually true. You may not like it, but it doesn't mean it's not true. I sent you another invite. Just accept the invite to unmute. Oh my God. Gen X that acts like boomer. Go. Doesn't know how to use technology. 56. Makes me ashamed. The party police? What does that mean? So Democrats are the party police? What does that mean? You just come in and say words. Put you people in place? What is that? What place is that? Jay-Z Jude? What place is that? Come up and talk. You're talking smack in the comments. So I invite you up to say it to my face and you're like, nope. Oh, Rob coming back. Did you check and see if that was true before you came back?
No, tell me this one thing. Just don't open your mouth. How did all these illegals get here?
You didn't learn anything from the first time, did you? You don't come up here and tell me to not open my mouth. Who the fuck do you think you are? You maybe talk to your wife like that, but you sure as fucking gonna talk to me like that. Like I said, I am not that bitch.
Wow, the misogyny was thick in that one.
That's the second time. He's like, why don't you shut your mouth? And I'm like, yeah, no.
It's like, holy cow,
No.
how much misogyny can you pack in one POS?
He told me that this wasn't true.
That this wasn't true?
Yeah, that he said that they would be met with heavy force if they dared to protest his parade. I'm like, he most certainly did.
He said he was going to put troops all over the country.
I did say that too. That's true.
I mean, come on, people.
Wake up.
Recognize a dictator when it talks to you.
He said it to the press. I mean, say, where'd you get that from? CNN? No.
His own mouth.
I can't even tell you how many years it's been since I've watched CNN.
It's been a while for me. I catch a story, I read politics of the day, stuff like that, trying to get the general gist of what's going on, find the stories I'm interested in, and then go research them.
I mean, I don't even know who any of the anchors are left anymore there.
I don't either. Well, I know one, right? Anderson Cooper. He's still.
Well, I know he's the only one, yeah. If you voted for Trump, come up. They literally. Oh, go ahead.
Kathy Roach, I get AP, and I do the same thing.
Who's paying for this? We are. The taxpayers are paying for it. We have to pay for this abomination.
To the tune of $90 million. And that is not even going to include the damage they do to those roads.
That's right. I think I read it was 134 million it's costing them to send all of these National Guards and stuff over to LA.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean what would normally be this is how stupid this is, right? The National Guard, what would normally be an expense to the state.
The state.
Because he federalized them has now become an expense for the nation.
Wouldn't that be part of the waste, fraud, and abuse they're trying to get rid of?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they don't understand waste, fraud, and abuse. Don't come to me with waste, fraud, and abuse in the system when you won't even open up the books and actually look at the books of the Pentagon.
And Hegseth's hearing about the budget today. He's like, how much is it costing? He's like, I don't really know. I'll have to give that to you. He doesn't know shit.
Right,
He's so
that's the
dumb.
thing. Yeah, that's the thing, right? We want to talk about race, fraud, and abuse, but we don't want to talk about our biggest expenditure
Yep.
and how much abuse happens there. I mean, we all watched, when Hegseth went on and they asked him about certain things and programs. No comment. Did you see Doge do one thing to cut expenses other than to veterans? Did you see him do one thing to cut expenses to the national defense budget?
Nope.
Shocking.
The department that has failed the last like 7 or 8 audits,
Right.
and USAID, that's 1% of the budget, and who's passed every audit. That's who they cut first.
It's the common sense of it all. There was a movie one time that made me laugh. Did you ever watch, what was it called, 4th of July?
Yes.
Or Independence Day?
Independence.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Yep.
And there was a line in that made me laugh. When the president found out there was a secret place that was keeping aliens, right? And then he asked, how do they fund this? And the Jewish guy behind him goes, you really don't think a toilet seat costs $8,000 and a hammer $10,000?
That's true.
That always just makes me laugh.
That's so true. I remember that line too. That's funny. Thank you guys for helping me get my goal today. I'm almost there. You guys rock. Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
Music. Hi. Did you vote Harris or Trump?
Well, I did vote Trump, but now I regret it
Okay.
because of what he's doing.
How old are you and what state did you vote in real quick?
24, Florida.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I think it's wrong what he's doing to all these people, destroying families, taking families apart, and sending U.S. citizens to other countries that have nothing to do with none of this. ICE just goes to random houses and knocks on random people's doors, no warrants, and just takes people from their families because they think they have the rights to do that.
What made okay, can I just ask you a question? I'm not gonna come down hard on you, but did you honestly believe that he was only gonna go after criminals?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody tell you prior to the election that he was gonna do otherwise, but you didn't believe him?
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a good president, but he lied to us.
Yeah. Big time.
He's 24, so he was a teenager.
He was a teenager. Yep. That's why y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, the last time
He was 16 when he was in office last year.
We had historical data to know how he acts in a rough situation.
Yeah.
And these, and when you're talking about people that are narcissistic, because there's, I don't know if you would disagree or agree with that, but I mean, he's extremely narcissistic.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with people like that, it's about me,
Mm-hmm.
not about people. And that's what I never understood about anybody who voted for this man, knowing that he's extremely narcissistic. And I've had plenty of Republicans that voted for him that said, yeah, I knew he was narcissistic. I said, how would you vote for somebody with narcissistic tendencies that is supposed to care about the people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't make that make sense.
But
So what do you think you want to do? What are you going to do going forward? Like,
I'm going to vote for Democrat now.
if we have midterms coming up, you're going to have to vote down ballot blue so we can maybe take back the House or Senate so we can stop him.
Yeah, we have to, or he's going to destroy this country worse.
He is.
And it's sad.
I agree. It's terribly sad. And you got people, I mean, have you heard about the foster kids?
Yeah.
The foster kids that these are kids that were most of them, not all, but most of them, a lot of them were human trafficked, and they put them into these foster homes, and they're going around to these foster homes and taking these kids out of these safe foster homes and putting them back into detention camps.
Yeah. It's sad. And it's illegal that he's sending the military, the Marines. That's
Oh yeah, that's correct. That's very illegal. And what do you think about this? Where he says if anyone dares protest his $45 million birthday parade on Saturday, they will be met with very heavy force.
I think it's very illegal and very wrong.
Doesn't it go against the First Amendment where we have the right to peacefully assemble and the right to free speech?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't agree with what's going on, like people burning stuff. I think that's fully wrong.
I agree. Any violence, I agree. I agree with you. If anybody's vandalizing any of those things, Democrats aren't for that either. Okay, like if you're committing crimes and you're vandalizing stuff and they catch you, you should go to jail. Like we agree with that.
And from what I'm hearing, I don't know if it's true, is those people that are rioting are actually the legals. They're actually scared to do that. They're actually, the people that are doing it are actually legal in the United States.
Well, I would prefer if you didn't. I mean, this is just me in my life, but I prefer if you didn't like refer to them as illegals. It's kind of it's okay. It's kind of dehumanizing. But yes, the undocumented immigrants are not the ones out there protesting. These are their community members. These are their neighbors. These are people who don't want their neighbors, their friends, their family members to be kidnapped off the streets.
Yeah.
Because they're not deporting them. Deportation is a legal process. They are kidnapping them off the streets.
Yeah.
I just sent you an email.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the worst presidents we'll ever have in history.
Is your family MAGA?
No. They all voted for
Kamala?
Yeah.
But you didn't want to?
No, they were kind of mad that I didn't, that I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Still mad.
They're probably still mad.
And then I went up to them and I told them that you were right. And they said, I told you.
Did you do it in defiance?
No.
Okay.
Because they told me that they don't have a problem. Everyone has their own, beliefs or opinions.
All right. Anything else that you want to say?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up. Call your congressman and tell him you voted for him, and this is not what you wanted. This is not what you voted for.
Did you get it?
I'm opening it. It's loading right now. It was reported as spam. Hold on.
Wow.
It said it looks like it says this message seems dangerous. I'm going to hit look safe because I know it's from you. That's so funny.
I thought that's one of the better ones I've seen on that subject.
Oh, no, I have that one. I have it. I had it yesterday. Hold on one second. Where is it? The Christy Noam. Hold on. Where is it?
Just tell me. I see how it is down there, guys. It's okay.
Oh, no. Oops.
Oh. What's the eagle doing in the back of that Tesla?
Hold on, I have that one. I have the old Christy Noam. There it is. Christy Noam. On Fox News. If Joe Biden federalizes the National Guard, that would be a direct attack on states' rights. Over the last several years, we've seen Democrats try to take away our freedoms of religion, assembly, and speech. We can't let them take away our right to defend ourselves, too. South Dakota defends the Constitution.
Hold on.
It's the bottom part of the one I said.
Oh, hold on. Oh, let me open it. I just saw that thumbnail. I thought that. Oh, Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom retweeted it. Said this aged well. Okay,
Twilight for that.
that's awesome. Gavin's been trolling the shit out of all of them.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of been on my poo-poo list lately, but he's at least I feel taken this seriously, and he's responding appropriately to the threat that this is.
Well, he's been right on through the whole thing.
He has.
Said it yesterday. They said you know although Gavin Newsom's had his struggles and stuff like that with some things that he's done and some decisions that he's made, they're going to keep playing this game with him, and they're going to make him the next president.
Yep. They've got everybody rallying around him now. Gavin already fired California. What does that mean? The way people say things in here is just, it confounds me. It's not a full thought. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm so confused.
My goodness. Bugaloo. Oh, your boy Marcus. That's funny. He's referring to another. I was on another live today, and I called them the Bugaloo Boys, and I guess they're called the Boogaloo Boys. And I said Bugaloo. I said I like Bugaloo better. They're like a little bunch of bugs, natty little bugs.
Whoever wrote, they don't see people rallying around Gavin Newsom or not. You're just not paying attention.
Kevin, come on up. AZ Mike, how are you, love?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, and this clusterfuck we got going on, but yeah.
I don't know what to think anymore. It's crazy. But one thing I'm thinking, the nation's falling apart, and the other thinking we got to have hope. We got to keep fighting. Like, Johnny out there in the streets of LA, and
I know.
And they're saying that a lot of that's going to start transpiring amongst other cities, like here in Phoenix, since we're so close to LA. But
well, he said he was going to have troops everywhere.
States and go on as the United States and live up to our charter. We have to fight back. I mean, like Thomas Jefferson, they used to use that "don't tread on me" thing. It's time for us to take that over now. We have to water the tree of liberty, so to speak. Oh my goodness, it's just because if we don't fight back, we're not going to have a country left. It's pure and simple. It's ominous, but it's true. Haven't had too much hope lately.
It's hard. I'm struggling. I mean, it's this is not normal. This is not normal for our psychological well-being. This is not.
No.
This is not normal. Okay. It's for people that are struggling. It's okay. This is not normal. We shouldn't normalize this.
Right. Yeah. And I think that complacency is the biggest danger we have right now is to just be complacent.
It's so far beyond complacency.
Yard dog, stop. I invited you up. If you're going to be a coward, you're not going to sit in my comment section and not come up and just talk about Democrats. Come up with your big boy voice and talk if you want to, but get out of the comment section. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Val. I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, we're just going to make that happen.
There you go. I've muted a few of them myself because they're just. I mean, it's to force them to get up here, but they won't. They're just really scared.
Kevin won't either. Kevin. I invited Kevin, Yard Dog. I invited all of them. And they just want to stay in the comment section and be like, oh, Democrats this and Democrats that. Come up and say it with your whole ass chest, man.
Kevin, that'll get you sent to the line too.
Just so we know, everybody, if your mental health is struggling, it's because none of this is normal. Please don't think that there's anything wrong with you because none of this shit is normal.
Right.
It's psychological torture almost. I mean, it's really, really, it's a psyop. It's a psyop. It really is. I mean, it's a psyop of what's happening.
Right.
So you're not abnormal for feeling the way you feel, because none of this is normal.
Right. Sure. Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be time. I think it's going to be the time to head for Canada, to get closer to Canada, and just claim political asylum in Canada. That's what's going to happen. It's scary because because I'm on Mitrio's live. I was on hers earlier, and just the amount of hate there too that comes out of there for my community and stuff, and then I see it on the other side with the Latinos, and it's just, my goodness, just, it's scary. It's a really scary time.
It really is.
Double confounding here. It's just, it's just like, it almost makes me fear. It's like, well, what if one day I'm walking down the street, and one of these masked bandits come up, it's spooky.
I mean, thank God you work from home, right?
I do. Yeah, that's true. Yes, I don't have that much. I went to a doctor's appointment today, but it was just, a routine look at my heel. My heel's getting better now. So, it's just scary. I mean, because you know how they like to pull them out of hospitals and places like that. And, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just having a bad day today.
No, it's okay. Talk about it. I guarantee you're not the only one feeling this way.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, especially when you got the two, my two factors, with the GAY and Latino. It's just like you got those two things compounding together. It's just craziness. I don't know.
I'm sure it's scary. I promise you. I mean, you have every right to feel the way you feel. This is not normal. This is scary.
It is. It's scary times that we're in. And I just think that, we just have to work together. We have to just, this is helping, always being and hearing you and make sure everybody, and I've even lost Johnny. It's like, he's great just for doing what he's doing. I always applaud him, but,
yeah.
I couldn't do that. It's like, but
I can't do it either, because I have two young kids. If it was my, if I just had my two adult children they're grown and out of the house, I would probably go down and be a photojournalist or whatever, and go and try to tell the story and be in the middle of it or whatever. Yeah. But I have two kids with special needs to boot. I can't put myself in danger.
Yeah, you have responsibility.
I have a grave responsibility. Great responsibility, not grave, but great.
Yeah, no, it's a big one. Yeah. And like me, just after being injured and everything, I just don't want to. My shoulders are just getting good right now, so I know I got to really be careful. But if I was full force, yeah, you better believe I'd try to at least do something.
Yeah.
This is a scary time we're living in. And
it really is.
Hopefully we'll come out like Gen X said earlier. He's like, we will come through this, and we'll get through this. And it's like, yeah, I'm hoping we for the best. This is our moment. This is our moment in history. This is where we stand, and we stand tall, just like they did in the 1930s. They stood up for what they needed, and they either got out of Germany or they left or did whatever they could.
Yep.
Safely. So,
that's what we do too.
Yeah, we're called to the same.
I got my passports. My passports are in my purse, ready to go if I have to.
Me too.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll head for Canada and Spain. That's something for me. Go back to my native roots. I mean, even though I never lived there and never was born there, but that's where my ancestry's from, so I might as well. So anyway, I just wanted to vent a little bit. Sorry if I went too overboard.
No, it's okay.
But love you always. Love you, Val.
We all have to keep each other. Like I told you, we're all going to need each other to get through this, because some of us are going to have good days, some of us are going to have bad days, and we have to be here to support each other. As best we can, because we're all going to be going through it at different times for different reasons.
Yeah,
that's what community's for.
Yeah. And that reminds me of that one song, Lean on Me.
Yeah. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
There you go. That's the spirit.
It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me.
I know.
When you're not strong.
I know, right?
See, I made you smile. There we go.
Yeah, you did. Thank you so much.
All right, Mike.
Love you always. Love you, Val.
Love you too. Thank you, man. Stay strong. Keep your chin up. You got this. We have a flash goal. They want every 40 different people to hit the heart me up there one time. If you haven't already hit it yet, only cost you 1 coin if you want to, and if you can. So it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Now it's stuck in my head. Hi, Wes.
Hey, listen here, lady. You shut your fucking I don't know who the fuck you think you are with that mouth of yours, but you better shut it the fuck up. God damn.
That was so good. Oh, you nailed that one, buddy.
Maybe it's because I'm in Florida. Maybe it's because it's just a fuck. Oh, man. I've been waiting since that swamp smart motherfucker came up here.
Oh, that was funny. That was so spot on. Oh,
Then comes back up. Oh, Jesus. Hey, I just had a quick question. First and foremost,
Yeah.
hello, Val. Nice to see you as always, even though you're teacupping. I know you can hear me, sir.
yes.
Also, I have been searching for a source, and I know that you have it because you come with receipts. I'm struggling to find a source about the 1,700 National Guard members that apparently said that they weren't.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's a news report that says they actually said they weren't going to go, but when they said
Okay.
reported, only 300 showed up out of the initial 2,000.
Scouring the internet.
Yeah, there's not like a story or a quote that they said they weren't going to follow on, illegal orders or unlawful orders or whatever, but only 300 came out of the 200 or the 2,000 he mobilized.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's an actual story. It's just that that's how many showed up.
All right.
So he actually just
Well,
authorized
that's very good.
he authorized 2,000 more, probably because they didn't show up.
Because of that. Well, and there's that. I won't say long. I know you got someone else up here. Just wanted to say hi, but before I go, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good is better than not good. I'll take it.
I mean, this is all crazy. I have to keep myself grounded.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my gummy here in a second.
And,
Make myself an Epsom salt bath. Maybe grab a glass of wine and have myself an evening.
That sounds fucking fabulous. Oh my God.
You know, it's the small things in life.
I agree. I absolutely agree. It is the small things.
We
But
have to
thanks-
find joy where we can.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Go on to the next one. I won't keep you. Have a good night. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
All right, honey. Thank you. Bye. Judy, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Hi, Electric Alshar.
Hi, how are you, Diava?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, I've been better. I'm just kind of having a bit of a rough day with all this stuff.
I know, it's tough.
Before I say anything more, hi, Val. I know you're teacupping, but like the previous guest said, I know you can hear me. Good to see you.
Yeah, this is craziness going on.
Right, it is craziness. I've got family out in California, and I mean, I grew up in California, so it kind of hits home for me. But I keep coming to your live. I'm having a tough day today.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
So scared. I'm just so scared. I feel like I'm all alone. Well, I kind of am, So I come to you for support and reassurance and.
Oh, we got your back. I know you. I know how it feels.
And just, I since my husband died, I'm here by myself. It's me and the dog, and I'm always strong for everybody else. They kind of hit home with me today. I had kind of a little episode at work and had to come home. Physical,
Yeah. Are you okay?
So, yeah, I'm fine. The medics at work checked me out. I went to the medics tent,
Okay.
you know, they checked me out and everything was good. And, you know, it's
Probably stress.
well, of course, that's exactly what it is, you know, and that's what I realized, and that's why I came home and, you know, and I'm saying, okay,
Take a breather.
this is stress, you know, it is. So if you don't see me in here for a while, I'm just, you know, I don't know if I can take a break or not. I'm going to try because,
Okay.
you know, I'm stressed, but.
Yeah. I don't want, just do me a favor and promise me you won't isolate yourself. Because I'm saying from the live, you don't have to come sit the whole time, but I know you said you already feel alone, and we kind of are your community. And so I don't want you to hide away completely to then you really feel all alone. So come visit as you take a break if you need, come back and visit as you wish.
Yeah. And just, you know, and that's what I try to do because this has been my community, you know,
Yeah.
because I'm away from home all the time.
Right.
You know, I only go home 4 days a month, and I did go home last week, but, you know,
yeah.
But now I'm still stressed, you know, but I did want to say something, though. I can't talk no more about that because I'm going to just cry.
Okay.
I did want to say something. I believe that the people that voted for Trump, a lot of them are really regretting their votes.
I do too.
I work on a very large construction site. There's probably 250 electricians alone.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, I'm in a red state, I'm in Nebraska. A lot of them, you know, voted for Trump, and I heard a lot of bantering going back and forth before the election and, you know, all these kind of things. And, you know, and I'm sure that everybody knows where I stand at work, or the people that are close around me, but I don't talk about anything. It's work, you know, when I'm at work.
Right.
But I don't hear the same rhetoric. I don't hear the same stuff that was going on before the election. People are starting to see that this was very bad for our country. You know, I've asked a couple questions like to my person.
Sorry.
You know, we talked about, I said, well, what do you think is going to happen with our safety standards, you know, now? Because my company gets the jobs that we get because of our safety standard.
Right.
And that's a super high priority for my company. And for the customer that we work for, that we're doing this job for, they expect certain percentages, and there's actually a ratio, you know, that they go by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, we have an excellent, you know, and you know, my lead looked at me like, oh, he hadn't thought about that, you know, and
yeah,
all these deregulations. I mean, because my company actually gives us safety bonuses, you know, they give us money every year for being safe because it costs tens of thousands of dollars for just a minor injury.
Oh, correct. You know? Oh, yes.
Even if it's just a sprain or, you know, that's one of the reasons why we have medics on site. You know, if it can be treated on site, then it's not a work injury, you know?
Right.
And also quick response. But, you know, so all these things people are starting to realize, you know, and which, by the way, I've got my FAFO hat on right now.
Yay.
But, you know, I do believe that people are starting to see. And then the ones that just didn't see or realize are starting to see it with the LA protests going on.
I agree.
You know?
Because this is a bridge too far for a lot of people.
It most definitely is, you know. And I think that, you know, people are starting to realize, like, oh, boy, because they're not going after criminals. They're going after arresting pregnant women, children, you know, all kinds of other things. You know, it's shooting, rubber bullets at press and, you know, different things like that. So, yeah, people are starting to realize. So there is some hope there. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but we can make it through. I know we can.
We can.
We can.
It may pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass.
Exactly. You know, it is. Sometimes you just have to go through the pain. pain to get to the other side. The same thing with like childbirth, you know.
Yep.
It's just the way it goes, or like you said, a kidney stone, you know.
May pass like a kidney stone, but it'll pass.
Right, right. So we will get there, you know. Oh, thank you for letting me up.
Of course.
This relieves so much stress for me.
Um,
Just a little bit of tears. I appreciate you, Diava.
Oh, of course. I adore you. I think that you're such an amazing, incredible, generous, and just beautiful person inside and out. And I think that you're just amazing. And I hate that you feel that way. But I get it. I think a lot of people feel that way. So you're definitely not alone.
Exactly.
Because it is
And
just
that's one of the reasons I came up here, is because if people don't hear that other people are going through it, then they think that they're alone and they feel that they're alone.
yes.
And folks, you're not alone.
No.
You're really not. I mean, I'm probably the last person that would ever cry anywhere. I'm always the strong one, but here I am. I'm tearing up again.
But you're human.
We can make it through this. We just have to stick together, you know, and keep our chins up, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you for letting me up, Diava.
You're welcome. I love you. Please stay
Love
stay
you
strong. Take as much time as you need. And I love you. Thank you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye. Makes my heart hurt. I love her so much. She's such a kind, generous, beautiful human and I get it. I have to be strong too, all the time. Because I have kids. I have my daughter has a major anxiety disorder. I can't freak out, flake out, freak out what's happening because I have to. She'll be freaking out. If I freak out, she's gonna freak out. So I have to keep my shit together too. And all of this is fucking scary as shit. Justy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, Val. Hello, Diava.
Hello, hello.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I am a trained journalist. Okay, I actually went to school for, I have a degree in it, and I have friends from college who live in LA as well as my niece.
Mm-hmm.
And I called them to check in, and it's very interesting. With my friends from college, he's also a journalist. Okay, his wife is as well, and they are just like, it's something going on, but it's not nearly as bad as it's portrayed on the media.
It's like 2 blocks of the city. Yeah.
Exactly, because they have kids, so he was just like, "Oh, I took my son to the park and blah blah blah." But he was just like, "You would not believe how silly they look because it's full fledged, like all this military presence, and it's so unnecessary and it's so terrible." And then I talked to my niece, who she's not a teacher, but she does work with school age children. She does tutoring and stuff like that. And she was telling me, she's like, "Auntie, they are actually coming to school to get these children and their parents for graduation. So that is real stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is sad. It is so disgusting. And I don't know what to say. It's just like, we are from, a marginalized community. So I tell her to be careful. I told my friend as well, he's actually a naturalized citizen. Okay. So I told him, like, bro, you got to be careful because he does a lot of overseas travel and stuff like that.
Right.
He says he's going, I won't say what he said, but he's not going to be here for a certain parade. So I kind of laughed at him, like, "Oh, you get to get out of the country." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, you got to let me know you got back."
I was going to say, watch coming back in.
Yes. And his father, who's also a naturalized citizen, a military veteran at that, he's overseas right now. I think he's in Turkey or somewhere. He's somewhere. But I was just like, please let me know when Mr. comes back because I got to make sure my people are okay. Because, listen, I was born and raised here, but I have a certain complexion. So I'm still afraid. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm still afraid. And it wasn't until recently, honestly, somebody had the nerve to ask me, "Were you born here?" I was like, "What?"
What?
I was like, "What?" I'm serious. I am serious. I cannot. What? Like, first of all, you can't. Anyways.
What the fuck?
I'm like, really? Right. I'm just like, you don't even want to know my history, For generations, we have been here.
Oh
not
my
just
God.
African American, but indigenous indigenous as well. So yeah, I was born here.
Like I'm here.
Like, I'm here. Like, if we didn't, if my people didn't build it, they were here first. Okay, on both sides. So yes, I belong here. But that's not the point. The point is, it's really getting really thick. I call it thick. It's getting thick out here.
Yeah.
In these streets, and everybody just pay attention. Yes, there is. I call it commotion. There's definitely commotion going on in Los Angeles, but I got from two reliable sources who have no agenda to lie or stretch the truth. As I told you before, my friends, they are also journalists. They're not gonna lie. They know the harm that could be.
Well, there was a pride parade in LA this weekend. There was a Dodgers game in LA this weekend. Like, life is going on as normal. This is contained right by that one detention facility, which is like a couple square blocks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not a
and
huge
the
area.
The interesting thing is, they both told me it was probably more commotion, like happy commotion, obviously, when the Dodgers won the World Series. Okay.
Right.
So this is not what it appears to be. Yes, when we see on TV that certain things are on fire, it's because, as you know, sometimes that happens, but that's not a representation
Right.
of the whole picture. And I truly believe this is sick, really, because it's not necessary at all. But
Right.
I think he's temperature checking America right now.
Absolutely.
He is definitely has some plans. So.
Yep. This is definitely a test run to see what the American people will accept.
Yes, exactly.
I fully believe that.
Today. Yes, I do. I do too. But that's all I have.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you coming up, Justy.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Hi, not that Dana.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, it's like I've got my last semester of grad school. I'm moving to Chicago at the end of July.
Oh my.
I mean, I'm trying to get everything.
You got a lot going on.
Yes, I graduate August 9th, and then we've got all this stuff in our country going on. But let me tell you, yesterday, well, over the weekend, I said, you know what, I think I'm going to go to Bush Senior's Presidential Library. So I did that yesterday. And it was a 2-hour drive there. I went through, it's a great museum. Because my bucket list is to see as many presidential libraries as I can. So that's 5 I've seen now.
I bet Trump's isn't on your list.
But then I had it was a little over 2 hours driving home because of traffic. But I didn't get on my phone. I missed a call from my new boss. I mean, I was just in the moment. And I wasn't on social media. I didn't check email. I didn't do anything until 4:30 yesterday afternoon.
That's awesome.
And let me tell you, I was so relaxed. I didn't think about what was going on. I just was present. And it was so just a release.
Sometimes you just got to check out.
And I haven't checked out like that in a very long time, where I wasn't even checking text messages or anything. But I enjoyed it. And I went by myself too.
That's awesome.
I mean, and did I tell you I'm also getting a puppy? I mean, I'm moving, I'm graduating.
Oh my word, you got a lot of life changes real quick.
But you know, it's all good. Because my puppy, though, I could get him right now. He is 2.5 months old, but I'm paying for the extra training, so they're going to potty train him. They're going to do all that. And then I'll pick him up on my way to Chicago when I move.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm trying to not get so sucked into this.
What kind of puppy is it?
Oh, he is 50% Golden Retriever and 50% Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Oh.
So he is what they call a Golden Cavalier.
That's awesome. How cool is that?
So, and his name is
Mr. Caitlin Clark. That's his government name, but he'll go by Clark.
Oh, how cute. Oh my God, that's so adorable.
So
I love it.
I did upload a video. I'm gonna try to have him be on social media, but I don't know how religious I'll be to doing that. But
Hey, you can make some money. Do some videos on
Yeah.
TikTok. You make some money.
I could, but he's got a very laid back personality and he's got patience, which I love. And my Cavalier, he passed away last year.
Okay.
He was almost 14. So, somebody said they want to see a picture. Can I do that? How do I do that? Oh, I want to do this.
Green screen.
How do I do the green screen?
It's in the effects. Turn your camera on.
Does it tell you green screen?
I don't know doing it from that side. I have no idea. I know how to do it for my live, but I don't know.
Okay, we'll see if this one works. And the other cool thing is, I got one of my students is very upset that I'm not going to be his teacher next year.
Aw.
And so his mom reached out to me and asked me if I would have lunch with them. And I can't find the picture. I have one, but so I had lunch with him, and I got a little gift bag with some things that he would like. And I
Oh, how cute.
got you some potato chips. And I said, you love potato chips. And this kid was completely nonverbal at the beginning of last year when he was a 7th grader. I got him to sing. I got him to participate.
How
And
nice.
his mom's like, that was the best year he's had in school ever. And so when I said, I got you potato chips, you love them. He says, do not. And so I'm like, you do too. He says, not. So my nonverbal kids were just typical teenagers. I had one, he doesn't even say yes or no, but I told him he couldn't have a snack, and he went and he grabbed the yes icon and brought it back to me. And I said, no, and he showed it to me again, so he was arguing with me.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I'm just so excited, and really, it's so hard to stay positive right now.
It is.
But I am actually being more kind, because that's what keeps me positive, is being more kind to people. And, if I see a homeless person, I go buy them a meal, or,
Yeah, I do that all the time too. It does make you feel better because you're doing something from your heart, and it just naturally makes you feel better.
It does. And, I do have small talk, and I don't make it about me. I compliment people, and, I just try. That's what makes me feel better. And I'm just hoping that if I'm putting kindness out there, other people will too. Because, you know what they say, KILL.
With kindness. That's right.
So, but
I love, you know what I do? If I'm just walking through, I don't care if I'm at the Dollar Tree or wherever I am, I try to find women to compliment. Like, oh my God, girl, I love your shoes. I love your hair. Oh my God, your outfit's banging. Because men, no offense, guys, but when they give a compliment, it's usually because they're looking to maybe take you on a date or, something, or they have ulterior motives. Usually, not always. But when I get a compliment from a woman,
yes,
and it's sincere, sincere, I'm like, oh my God, because women can be bitches, and can be very mean to each other. And so I try to look for women that I can just be like, oh my God, I love your outfit. That is so cute. And their face just lights up like a freaking Christmas tree. And it literally costs you nothing, but it makes me feel good too.
Right, exactly. And, I'm thinking of new ways for my class classroom when I moved to Chicago. And so I've come up with some new ideas and some classroom management stuff, and just trying to, even though there's all this chaos, because I grew up in chaos. And
So you're used to
you
it.
know, I'm used to that, but I'm trying so hard to not let it envelop me.
Yeah, 100%.
And, you know, I'm really getting my news just from Aaron Parnas,
Mhm.
because I feel like when I'm watching the news on TV, it's being sensationalized. And I'm finding out that, you know, even MSNBC isn't being completely honest. So, you know, and I still have to say it in the morning. I say the Pledge of Allegiance every day, and it says, you know, indivisible. We're not supposed to divide this country.
Injustice for all. Yes.
Right. And, you know, I'm just so angry. But this, again, is just a distraction because of the Epstein files and
Yep.
that thing happening in New York.
Absolutely. This is a major distraction because nobody's talking about the big beautiful bill or the rescission bill that's going to make all the Doge cuts permanent, and those departments can't ever come back. Like, it dismantles them. The big beautiful bill, which is a nightmare. They're not talking about that he's on the Epstein list. They're not talking about Elon Musk saying how he helped him win the contest. This is all a distraction from what we were talking about and his big public breakup with Elon.
Yes. And, you know, when people are asking him, it truly kind of sounds like a true, like, romantic breakup.
Yes. That man, his ego's hurt.
Yes. And then, you know, two narcissists.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's going to get bad.
But me and Val have been saying this for a long time, that these two alpha male, quote unquote, you know what I mean, type A, narcissist, power hungry, money hungry, they're not going to last long. I gave it 6 months.
Right. Well, I think Elon's putting his side out there for immunity.
And they should give it to him. Let that bitch sing like a fucking canary.
And then deport him.
Yep. I agree. All right, Dana, thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate it.
Right. Y'all have a great day. Okay?
You too, honey. Thank you. Stay strong.
Bye.
Keep your chin up. Hi, Antonia.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm glad you guys are still doing this.
Oh, yeah.
I lost my patience yesterday on Attacking's Live with a Trumpster, so I don't know how you guys keep your sanity.
I question mine all the time.
But just two things really quick.
Sure.
I know a lot of people want to say something. So I'm here in Chicago, and I want people to remember that during the 2020 protests and riots, that a lot of the looting, because people keep saying, look at the protesters looting and breaking in, it is not protesters.
Nope. Outside agitators.
It's outside agitators. So my parents have a piece of property in the actual city, and it was vandalized and everything. And we went down there and caught some looters. And when I spoke to the detective, they're not from the area. You actually could hear them on corners and everything talking to each other about how they are going to go to certain businesses, whatever they were going to do. So one is people don't blame the protesters.
Mm-mm.
It is not protesters. Even people in the communities. I don't know if you know much about Chicago. We have a few lovely gangs, but one of the gangs was actually protecting the businesses because they knew that agitators were going to come in.
Yep. Well, they did that in LA yesterday. Somebody went in to loot a sushi place to get their cash register, which they know, people should know that nobody leaves cash in their register overnight.
No, nobody does.
But the protesters were pulling them out of there and said, we're not, this is not what we're doing. They were pulling the agitators out. They're like, and they were standing in front of the business with their protest signs, trying to protect it from these looters from going in. So it is not the protesters.
It is not the protesters. The other thing is all these videos that people are watching online of what's going on in LA. Do a quick snapshot and upload it in Google Videos, you'll see a lot of them are using from 2020.
Yes,
So Ted Cruz did it the other day.
he sure
I
did.
saw some independent media doing it.
Yep.
That's not what's going on in LA.
It's
So
not.
people need to stop that one. And the other thing is, we do have to, just like the person before said, we got to keep putting out that positivity and love. I'm in healthcare and almost cried yesterday. We have a patient that's part of the LGBTQ community, and they don't feel safe celebrating Pride Month, even here in Chicago. And she started crying, saying this is one of the only places I've felt safe the last few months. And because we can't celebrate Pride, they made us these special stickers just to give to us to feel like they can celebrate themselves. That's what this Cheeto fuck has done.
Yep.
Is people are afraid to be themselves.
And
this
that's
is
scary.
Why we have to peacefully protest and fight back.
Yep.
Because people should not be afraid of who they love, because this guy's got dementia and half the administration is crazy.
And completely incompetent. Yes.
Completely incompetent. I mean, I don't know if you guys know much about Stephen Miller.
Oh, yeah.
But Stephen Miller's family is from Eastern Europe, Jewish, who fled Eastern Europe and came to the United States. If they were not allowed to come to the United States, Stephen Miller's family could have very well been
Part of the age cost. Yeah.
Yep, the age cost. So I don't know why this Voldemort, Mr. Burns looking thing hates people so much when he should look at his own family history.
He's part of this self-loathing, just like the people of color that are like that. Like they're just self-loathing.
The Latinos for Trump and the
Yep.
blacks for Trump.
I don't get it.
On that.
Yep.
But keep doing what you guys are doing.
Thanks,
You guys are doing
Antonia.
a better job keeping sane. But just remember, people, that it is not the protesters looting and breaking
Correct.
in. It is agitators.
Thank you for that, Antonia. Have a great rest of your night, okay? Zahir, hi.
Hey, Diava.
How are ya?
You're okay? Man, we got a bunch of weak MAGA chickens today.
Yeah, we
There's
did.
a ton of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah, and this is exactly who they voted for.
Hold on, let me. Oscar the Grouch with the orange hair.
Oh, no, that's Donald Grump.
Donald Grump.
Parody of Donald Trump. Yep. A literal trash bag.
A literal trash bag.
Yep. Does this get you MAGAs mad? I'm pretty sure they left, but any of them left. Yeah. Yep.
That's so
Mr.
funny.
President, we're all right. And I love how these MAGAs being like, Biden is so clumsy. Oh, he's so old that he can't book stuff. And yet, look at this. Yep.
Zoom in on his face. Zoom in on his face.
Yep.
Look at his face.
That's his. I'm about to face plant face.
His airbag had been deployed.
Oh, look at that neck. looks like he almost has no neck.
That's one description.
His face. His face.
Oh no, I'm about to fall.
Hold on, keep it there for a second. His face. He's like. That's when he was falling.
Oh no, I'm about to get
He's the chat. Yeah, that's how chats are.
That's his I'm about to face plant.
Oh my god, he looks deranged.
It was like, oh my god, he looks deranged.
I am deranged. I want to destroy America, but I can't get up these steps.
This is how he looks. He looks like he's on the shit.
He does look like he's on the shitter and it ain't coming out. That's him tiptoeing into his wife's room.
That is, if he has one, right after he's about to get screwed over.
Oh my God.
I need laxatives. I can't get my shit out. I pushed as best I can.
I think everybody in the chat needed this today, like injected in their veins. Like this was, everyone's so stressed. This is like so perfect. Thank you, Zahir. You're always good for a laugh. You are always good for a laugh. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just testing out the camera.
I love it. Oh, someone says, please needs to use Cartman's voice. Do you know who Cartman is from South Park?
Oh, yeah. I love South Park.
All right. Thank you, Zahir. In his ear, look at that mirror. Wait. Hold on. Zoom in that ear. Hold on. I'm going to put you back on the big screen. Zoom in that motherfucking miracle ear. Grew back like a charm. Only human being in all of history that could actually grow cartilage back.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh my God, I love you.
Let me see if I can try and get through the apartment voice. You get your orange ass back in the kitchen and make me some pie.
That miracle ear. All right. Thank you so much to hear you. Everyone needed that laugh today. That was funny. Thanks for coming up, honey. You are so funny. Oh my God. Where did I gotta go? Bucky, hi. Did you vote Harris or Trump? He does do it nearly every day. He comes up almost every day. I think Bucky was a miss hit. Kale, hi.
Hey, I'll be super, super fast.
Thank you.
All I wanted to say was I'm old enough to have gone through several administrations that I thought were going to be the end of us. Reagan, Bush,
Yep.
Michigan, et cetera, and I think I'm finally getting a little perspective on this stuff, and I'm realizing that this may just have to be the thing that we have to go through. That everybody goes through something. There was people during the world wars, depressions. This is our thing that we have to get through this, and it's not common for this to happen, but for people to build this way is not uncommon.
True.
And so it has become less frightening when I think of it in those terms. And the other thing I really wanted to stress was, people, please remember, there are way more of us than there are of them. And I know people think that sounds stupid sometimes.
No, it's true.
Because you're like,
whoa,
blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's millions of us. Millions and millions and millions of people. And if everybody stands firm and stands against this, I've kind of got a sideways eye on Gavin Newsom too. I don't quite trust him yet, but still, I got to hand it to him. What he said the other day was basically just like, fuck you, Donald Trump.
He did. He's like, come and get me. You know where I am. If you're going to arrest me, come and get me.
Correct. So
you have to stand up to a bully. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, and if you can get more people in positions of power to push back in that way, that strongly, that will encourage all of us to stay strong and do peaceful protests and do the things we need to do. It takes a long time to turn the ship sometimes, but nobody thought they'd get rid of Nixon, and people came out and protested in droves, right? It happens. Change does happen, so this doesn't have to be this doesn't have to end badly for us. This could be a good thing, right?
I wouldn't say it's a good thing, no, but
it's not.
Will lessons be learned? Yes.
Well, I guess what I mean by a good thing is, if we can get through this and put proper guardrails in place, it may teach us a very very valuable lesson to where this will never happen again. That's what I meant.
And that's what I would, that's the argument. It's not good in any way,
No.
However,
It's not good at all.
However,
But anyway,
we will,
yeah.
we can come out of it, put some guardrails, make sure convicted felons can't run for president, make sure that this can't be unchecked power again. Like, there's definitely things we can do. So I know what you mean. So I just want to be sure that.
Yeah. No, we're on the same page 100%. So stay
Yeah.
strong, everybody. It's going to be all right. Just, hang in there and go on with your lives and, do what you can. Just trying to stay sane. So appreciate you, Diava.
Thanks, Kale. Appreciate you.
Bye. Take care.
You too. I knew what he meant. Like, I knew exactly what he meant. It's not great that we're going through it. None of those things. It's none of that's great. But once we get through it, there will be some lessons that will be learned. But it's 7:00, guys. I gotta go. Some people are more optimistic than others. Okay. Some people have privileges that other people don't have. So from their spurs, they're still entitled to their perspective. But I don't think it's necessary to go through, but we're going through it. So keeping positive is hard, but I think that it's not a bad idea. Anyway, hi.
Positive.
Huh?
Keep positive. Maintain your mental health.
100%. You can't let it consume you. You just can't let it consume you. We're all going to have ups and downs. We're all going to be feeling super strong one day and super fuck this shit the next day. It happens because this is all fucked up. But we got to try to stay as positive as you can. It doesn't mean we're looking at life through rose-colored glass. It doesn't mean we're not looking at what's actually happening, because we most definitely are. It's just you got to have a healthy perspective in order for your own sanity, essentially. I hope I'm saying that right.
You did.
All right. Well, thanks, Val. Thanks for being with me up here today, guys. I'm sorry for there's a couple. I emptied the box and then more people joined, so I apologize if you didn't get up today. But it's 7:00, so I got to run. I got to go feed my kids. But I will be here tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do it all over again. Stay strong, stay safe, and thank you for the likes, the loves, the taps, the gifts, everything, Cash App, Venmos, whatever. But just thank you for being here and being part of my community. We are going to need each other to get through this. So stay strong. Stay safe. Mwah. Love you. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. All right. YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do this all over again tomorrow. So stay safe. Stay strong. We got this.